Hello everyone, and welcome again to the K-Goat Gaming Channel. Today's video, Top 5 Must-Have Vehicles in GTA 5, has been done by a lot of other YouTubers. But I thought I'd take my shot and focus this video more on not just the best vehicles in general, but also what newer players need to be eyeing to purchase as they navigate and become familiar with the GTA world. I know these types of videos helped me out a lot when I first started, and so this video is definitely going to be playing off of my beginner tips video. Now I'm going to go ahead though, and I'm going to start with the number 1 vehicle, and I'm going to work my way down, because I personally get tired of all the clickbaiting videos that set the crescendo all the way toward the end of the video and make you watch through it. Because, well, I'm kind of rebellious like that. But seriously though, let's get started. The number 1 must-have vehicle in GTA, hands down, without a doubt, no debate, end of story, absolutely 100%, most likely, is the armored Karuma. At a cost of around $550K, this vehicle is pound for pound, dollar for dollar, the absolute best value for your money, and is definitely going to give you return upon return of your investment. While this car can be taken out with one explosive, that's not really why you buy this car in the first place. This car's main purpose is to deal with missions and non-player characters. It will make your GTA experience so much freaking better. The main reason for this is because it's an armored vehicle that is highly, and I repeat, highly resistant to bullets. With this car you can take on 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, or even more NPCs with no problem and very little worry about being killed. You can take this car on supply runs, you can use it to help protect on cell missions, you really have to use it to defend your businesses. It's great in heists, it's just an awesome vehicle. It handles really well, drifts well, and it's a pretty damn fast car. It has saved me on so many occasions, so much freaking time, you guys. And anyone else who has played GTA for any length of time will tell you the exact same thing. It remains my number 1 most dependable vehicle, and the one I call when I need to make sure I finish something without dying. Trust me on this, trust everyone else on this. This is the best investment in GTA, period. The number 2 must-have vehicle in GTA, in my opinion, is the Buzzard attack chopper. At a price of $1.7 million, it's one of the best bargains in the game. Although, what does that say about GTA's economy at this point when $1.7 million anything is considered a bargain? But I digress. Even though this chopper has been around from the beginning, it can still hold its own in the militarized environment that GTA has become. It's weaponized with front-mounted machine guns and homing missiles. Granted, the machine guns aren't explosive and the missiles are average at best, but the Buzzard is a very fast and, most importantly, very agile attack chopper. It's extremely easy to evade lock-on missile attacks and to maneuver in between buildings and behind cover. Even more than all this, the reason that this vehicle is such a must-have is because it gets you around the map so quickly, and when you add in its offensive and defensive capabilities, it gets you around the map, not just very quickly, but very safely. What really gets this thing, I think, going though, what really sets it apart, is that it can be spawned in multiple ways. As a CEO, you can spawn this thing just about anywhere on the map in an instant. You can also call it as a Pegasus vehicle, and if you own a hangar, you can make it a personal vehicle as well. You can actually have 3 Buzzards floating around the map at one time. It makes CEO VIP work super easy, and it's quite possibly the most fun and enjoyable helicopter to fly just because it's so damn responsive. Pretty much everyone who plays GTA for any length of time is going to be a CEO, and this chopper is so awesome that it's almost basically synonymous with being a CEO. So get it, love it, use the hell out of it, realize it's suddenly become your damn wife, and accept that it's without a doubt a must-have purchase. Now the number 3 must-have vehicle in GTA, and again this is my opinion, but this has some caveats. So this is going to be basically 2 vehicles depending. And I say this because I have serious issues, not so much with microtransactions, but with the paywall concept and the way Rockstar uses the paywall concept exponentially. And I'll explain that here in a second. But the number 3 must-have vehicle in GTA is the Oppressor. Some people may disagree with this, but once you own one, if you do any MC business work, this will become your right hand. Whether we agree it should be in the game or should not be in the game, I mean, it's a flying motorcycle here. but it is in the game, and holy crap, it's useful as hell. This flying, weaponized speed and death machine has made my life as somewhat of a grinder so much easier. As a motorcycle alone, because of the booster strap to the back of this thing, it is hands down the fastest motorcycle, period. Adding in its gliding or basically flying capabilities, this thing will get you anywhere on the map so much faster than any land-based vehicle, and it makes selling missions and resupply missions a breeze compared to other cars or motorcycles. All of that makes the Oppressor a must-have, but when you add in the missiles, this thing can literally destroy a lobby, and there are countless videos out there of people doing just that. Even though a single bullet or two can knock you off this thing, it's almost impossible to land a hit against someone on an Oppressor, particularly in a free aim lobby. It's so freaking fast and so damn agile, it's nearly impossible to hit with missiles, and it can turn on an attacker in an instant. At the very least, it makes evasion and escape super easy. But if you see an Oppressor in a lobby, it's probably going to be a rare sight to see people griefing it. The thing is just a beast, okay? In fact, I have never been griefed on an Oppressor, save a pot shot or two here or there that didn't even come close. And I personally have no inclination to attack anyone on an Oppressor because of this. Now, the reason why I can't 100% say that this has to be number 3 without providing another option is because the price is pretty high for this thing, and it's somewhere between 2.5 and 3.5 million depending on if you have the trade price unlocked. But that's not the actual price, you guys. In order to get the most out of this bike, because it comes only equipped right out of the box with just machine guns, to get the most out of this vehicle you have to own a bunker, which is one paywall. Then you have to own an MOC, which is a second paywall. And then you have to have the research done, which is yet another paywall. So that's basically this bike. In order to get the full use out of it, it's going to cost you around $5 million or so when all is said and done. But man, when it is all said and done, it's amazing. And it's the vehicle I use probably, I don't know, 70% of the time in GTA, and the one I'd recommend the most if you run MC businesses. But because I have issues with multiple paywalls, I'm going to have to give a second option for the number 3 must-have vehicle in GTA. While the Akuma and the Baddie are super inexpensive, great performing motorcycles, I think the Hakatchou is the best value for motorcycles in the game. This thing is one of the fastest and most solid bikes out there. It's super easy to drive, and if you can't have an Oppressor, I'd take this over any other bike in the game, and I own plenty of them, including the Hakatchou Drag. This thing is just so much easier to maneuver, it's tough, it's super fast, and it's gotten me out of so many scrapes. So that's my number 3A, the Hakatchou, and at a little over than $80,000, you just can't go wrong with that. So the number 4 must-have vehicle in GTA, in my opinion, is some form of the Insurgent. It doesn't really matter which one, but with the militarized lobbies, you need to be able to have an option to drive around without fear of getting immediately blown up. If you have the custom variant of the Insurgent and you're with a friend, you are a deadly force, and you can pretty much stand up to most types of potential attacks. It takes many, many explosives to take this thing out, and it gives you time at least to get your bearings and form a counterattack if you get griefed. While it's not bulletproof, it's pretty damn difficult, especially in free aim lobbies, to take the driver out with a single shot. And all it takes is one shot for you to become aware and turn on your attacker. Also, these things are beasts on the road. They're fast, they're relatively agile, they're heavy as hell, they pretty much push anything in front of them out of the way, and they're awesome off-road vehicles. So whichever one you get, the Insurgent is going to serve you well. And that brings us to the number 5 must-have vehicle in GTA. And that, in my opinion, is actually 2 cars. Everyone needs to have a competitive and cool supercar and a competitive and cool sports car. And this can honestly be any damn super or sports car you like, even though there are differences in performance for mere humans who aren't race fiends, people who are just getting around GTA, pretty much any of the options will do. But when it comes to racing, there are 2 that stand out. As far as supercars go, you just can't go wrong with the Vagner. It's got a very high top end speed, good acceleration, good handling, and in fact, if you look at Bruffy's track results, it's the best performing supercar. And when it comes to sports cars, right now there's really only one that you need and that stands out head and shoulders above the rest, and that's the Pariah. Except for one single bugged out vehicle in the game, this is the fastest car in the entire game, faster than any supercar even, and it does everything very well. In Bruffy's testing, it simply blows away every other sports car in the game. It's cool, it's fun, and it's actually not too bad of a price. Both of these cars will cost you around $1.5 million each, and they're both well worth it, again, at least in GTA's current economy. So that's my list of the top 5 must-have vehicles in GTA 5 or GTA Online, or whatever the hell you want to call it. Let me know in the comments how you feel about this list and any ideas that you guys have. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys soon.